This is a huge thing. This is one of the most highest spiritual principles, you can say. There's a couple, but this is one of them. Is you stop thinking there's something wrong with you just because you're feeling bad. Don't take your thoughts and emotions so serious because they're passing. They're not true. It doesn't matter. Some people say, yeah, but I've felt bad for years. Yeah, I did too. I know. It's karma being burnt up. I'm making another video on that. But look, the mind, especially if one has a spiritual practice or, one's in some kind of spiritual community, the mind is going to take these, it's going to have you judge your current, emotional state or mental state, and then it's going to tell you there's something wrong with you. Because if you were more spiritual, you wouldn't be feeling this way. You have to catch that. You've been prescribed certain curriculum that's tailor-made for you as an individual. Don't compare yourself to the goody-goodies that you see on, making videos or out in the street or at your yoga center. That's just, everything's just great. Like, what's wrong? Like, it's great. Like, don't you see, like, the unity in life and everything? Like, ooh. Oh yeah, what's wrong? I can't feel that because I'm feeling like super heavy, man. Like I'm feeling like whatever, depressed, anxiety, So what's wrong with me? Why do they feel that way? I think it was Emmett Fox that said, you do not have the ability or quality or right to judge somebody unless you have their same exact level of consciousness, same thoughts, same emotional mental wiring, same karma, same health situation. Otherwise, same circumstance in life. You think somebody who's in some super trying circumstance, are you gonna you think they're gonna experience the same thing as somebody in Beverly Hills that has a bunch of money and dog and cat and everything's nice? No, it's a total different experience. Take your favorite spiritual guru and stick them in a war zone, and then have them make a video. You think it's gonna sound the same as when they're up on stage dancing around and having everybody like, oh, wow. No, it's gonna be totally different. So don't judge yourself. Don't catch yourself out, catch the mind out when it's judging. There's some people, man, that, you see, it's easy to see on physical level if there's a handicap or an imbalance, like if somebody's in a wheelchair, has a straw in their mouth, or is missing an arm, or whatever. But when you can get there's people just as imbalanced on mental and emotional level. The nervous system isn't functioning right. The channels are like blocked. The life force gets stuck inside. And then there's very uncomfortable symptoms. And then that affects the person's mind and emotions. It shapes all that. So then they're gonna have some trouble. They're not gonna, it's not the same as if somebody doesn't have that. So you have to realize this though for yourself. And you realize that there's a certain imbalance that's functioning in this human organism. And these are the cards you've been dealt because there's great transcendent power in that. This is the positive side of it. The harder your life is, or the worse your cards that you've been dealt, I'm telling you 100%, I'll sign it in writing, the higher your, God, I don't like the word awakening, but just saying, the higher version of yourself you're going to experience, because it's duality. The lower you go, the more that creates the capacity to go higher. And there's going to be a depth. That's the biggest thing. When you talk, you're going to have depth. You're going to, it means there's unity. There's unity in your mental body, emotional body, your physical body, your speech. There's unity. So the energy is very concentrated. So when you speak, it has some power. Because you're not saying one thing, but then subconsciously you're wondering like, well, I don't know if that's really true. Oh, but it sounds good. And then you're not feeling something different. A lot of beings, they're all fragmented. And they can make all the faces like, ah, yeah. But then it looks hollow, you know? There's no depth, there's no power. So those of you who have really been dealt some trying cards, yeah, you're not gonna have that. That stuff's gonna get burnt out of you. Like that video, God wants to put you in the frying pan and cook you up. God cooks all this stupidity and nonsense and, you know, airy-fairy stuff out of you if you've been dealt these cards. So that doesn't mean like there's something wrong with you. That means there's something right with you. It's just we're judging from a present moment. Like the mind says, but this doesn't feel good. Oh, there must be something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you. If you could fast forward and see what this moment is going to produce later, you'll be like, damn, God, give me some more. I want to beat me down. Like, just keep doing it. Because you see the payoff. You see how it works. You see this is what alchemy's messy. True alchemy. This is what needs to take place. So you have to find the faith in you, the realization somehow. It's there, but you have to listen to it. It speaks very slow. So it's easy to miss. The mind speaks loud. Something wrong with you. What's wrong with you? Something inside says, wait, no, everything's actually, it's okay. It's good. It's going to turn out good. You have to listen to that. And a lot of times it's not about like, see, the mind doesn't want to feel pain. This is the problem. It's okay. I mean, it's not a problem. Like, it keeps us alive, but it gets excessive. This self-preservation instinct becomes excessive. Because then if you're feeling bad, this is how all the addictions get born too. It's like, I don't want to feel bad. Okay, here, give me, I'm cool now, right? And then you get addicted, and then later you feel worse because it covers up this feeling badness. It just allows you to escape it. It's not a transcendent tool. So then later you have your already existing feeling badness, plus now you're addicted to something. So that adds more to your feeling badness. But that's also, look, in the end, that's also good. That will drive you to your depth. You'll get to where you'll just throw your hands up and you're like, man, I don't know, I can't do anything. There's no spiritual techniques that are gonna work at that point. This is where we need to get to. We gotta get to the point to where you realize there is nothing that's gonna there's no quick fix. There's no self-inquiry technique. There's no, non-dual thing that you can tell yourself that's gonna take you out of a certain experience that you're destined to experience for your own higher good. You have to sit in that pot of fire and go through this transformation. This is what needs to happen. This is the destiny. Stop trying to run from it. Stop trying to search and look for spiritual techniques and teachers and gurus to try to take that from you. Now, if you want to talk to somebody who understands this and then who can kind of inspire you to realize what you already know, that's different. But don't keep looking for fixes, whether they be material fixes, spiritual fixes. There's no fixes. A being who has real living wisdom knows that. There's no fixes. Sometimes you have to, there's some stale energy that comes up or some block is getting dissolved and you need to experience the dissolution of that, and it's messy. Wisdom kicks in and just realizes like there's nothing I can do. And then you accept it. That acceptance or surrender, that's the medicine. And then you notice if you do that, it might just take a little edge off somehow. So I wanted to share that. This is important. Stop thinking there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Thinking that there's something wrong with you is continuing. It exacerbates these heavy feelings that you're already feeling. It's not like God's saying, yeah, what's wrong with you? So that then you get the fire to go, fix yourself. But see, even that's paradoxical. Sometimes it is. You have to develop discernment and see. If you're just laying inside and eating pizza and nachos all day in the air conditioned and getting high and drinking and having sex and watching porn, if you're doing all that, and then something says, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, in that moment, there's something wrong with you. Yes. You have to discern when there's truly something you need to change or something that you just need to surrender to. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Have a good day.